Hello, Aries. Thank you so much for joining me today on Fortune's Wheel Tarot. This is going to be a reading for May 2024, or whenever this message finds you. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Spirit and angel guides, keepers of the divine white light, keepers of the Akashic records, ascended masters, what are the messages for Aries at this time, please? What does Aries need to know at this time, please? Thank you. Your first card out, the number 10 Major Arcana, the light of the world. Opening up to your higher self, answering that call. The next card is the Queen of Roses. That's just like the Queen of Cups, or in this deck, they're similar. And finally, the number 2, another Major Arcana, the Akashic Library. A wealth of knowledge being open and available to you right now, Aries, during this time. On the bottom of the deck, the Three of Scrolls, setting your course. This card means steer your ship in the direction that you want it to go. Where do you want to go, and how do you want to get there? So this has been a great reading for you, Aries. I don't even need to pull any more cards for you. 2 Major Arcana out of 3 for those Akashic Tarot cards, and the Queen of Roses right in the middle. That's a queen of emotional stability, the Queen of Love. Let's clarify with these everyday witch cards. Thank you, Spirit and Angel Guides, for these beautiful messages for Aries for the month of May 2024, or whenever this message finds them. What are the clarifying messages, please, for Aries at this time? Thank you. On the light of the world, I can't even make this up. I cannot even make this up. That is beautiful. On the Queen of Roses, the Hanged Man. And on the Akashic Library, the King of Swords. Clarity. Clarity of information. Clarity of where you want to go, what direction you want to go in, something you want to learn about, perhaps. On the bottom of this deck, the 5 of Wands. So I feel like there could be some kind of internal struggle with you as far as the Akashic Tarot card is the setting your course card. Maybe there's some kind of internal struggle with you about setting your course and which direction you want to go, Aries. Let's go ahead and pull a few cards from the Divine Abundance Oracle. So the light of the world, the number 10, Major Arcana, clarified by the number 21, the world, is the light of the world is you answering the call. You hearing, your higher self is the one knocking on that door, and you're the only one who can answer that call, Aries. And that is opening you up in ways that you cannot imagine, to your higher self. It's very important to answer that call right now, to open the door to your higher self. When you hear that, when you hear those psychic inklings or you feel those pulls from your higher self, pay attention to that, and on that divine source, on those two cards, light of the world and the world, divine source. I'm an Aries, and this is a beautiful reading, Aries. I'm so happy for us. On the Queen of Roses and the Hanged Man, faith. And finally, love on the Akashic Library and the King of Swords. And this card also has divine source in the explanation. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. This is a beautiful reading, Aries. I'm going to pull one final card from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. I just can't get over the light of the world and the world coming out on top of that. So obviously the world is attainment. It's the last card in the tarot that means, the end of the journey. You start off as the Fool and you end with the world, and it's completion. It is, to me, I feel like you are answering that call to your higher self. You have been answering that call, and you've opened that door, and there have been some karmic bonds broken, perhaps some old patterns broken, perhaps generational karmic patterns. You have been the one to break, and that's beautiful, Aries. The Magician's Sword, confidence in your magic. Wow. I mean, with the King of Swords here, and then the Magician's Sword, you're cutting out all the BS now. I think you finally see, Aries, you've got to be happy. We try so hard to make everybody happy, and we can do that for a long time. I think a lot of us have been really successful at that for a long time, but it can only last for so long, and you can't fill from an empty cup. You have to have some sense of self and some sense of what makes you happy, and it's wonderful to give and to serve those that we love and people in need. We also have to reserve some energy for ourselves, and that's not selfish, Aries. That is self-preservation. So for the light of the world, you can see this old sage here with a lantern there in his hand, knocking on the door, and there's a young man inside, and he looks like he's too distracted. My setup's a little different, so I hope you can see this. Still working it out, but these are the second readings that I've done here, second set in a long time, so thanks again for your patience, Aries. But this is an opportunity right now for you to move to a higher awareness and open to your higher self and all of its wisdom, and this is your eternal being who approaches, but it's up to you, and as I said, I feel like this is something that you have been doing anyway. You've been, I think, I personally feel like I have been in a dark night of the soul for years now. It's like I feel like I'm in it, I come out of it, I'm in it again, I'm out of it. And so anyway, I feel like a lot of us have done a lot of work to get to where we are right now, just, even since COVID. And so this is just beautiful to me. And with the world, I just don't want to stop talking about it. It's attainment. It's like we made it. We made it. In some sense of, in some sense of that explanation we have. So, divine source, this card says, help me know that all my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan and the right actions will come. You are my source for all. And I've had to turn it over to divine source many times. I mean, that's all I can do anyway, right? I've been trying to do that more and more. But there have been many times, especially over just the past 4 years during COVID, where I have been like, okay, universe, divine, Lord, Jesus, whoever's listening, my higher self, hello, spirit family, I need help. I cannot do this. I cannot do this on my own. So the Queen of Roses, as I said, is like the Queen of Cups. And with this being clarified by the Hanged Man, I feel like you may be coming out of a stalled energy now. You could have been sacrificing yourself and your needs and your wants for a very long time. And it's time for you to take back some life for yourself, to love on yourself, Aries. That's what this Queen of Roses means to me. This could be a woman who is a friend of yours, or, obviously some feminine energy, male or female, that could be offering some comfort, some emotional support right now. Or this could be you loving on yourself and finally, coming out of that stalled energy. With this being clarified by faith, miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. I am so happy for us. We have been through a lot, Aries, and, I think the greatest love is not an egotistical one, but it's one of ourselves. We cannot love anyone until we really love ourselves. And that is the most difficult thing for a lot of us to do. And I'm only speaking from experience. So take that for whatever you will. At any rate, moving on. Love yourself, Aries. Tell yourself, you're awesome. And as I said, it's not an egotistical thing. It is seeing the divine within you. Knowing the divine thrives in your daily life every day. Every day. Sometimes we just have to really look hard for it. And it could be, that dandelion growing out of the crack in the sidewalk. Just saying. For me, that's no small thing. The Akashic Library card number 2, also a major arcana. You can see another sage sitting here. Hopefully you can see it. Thoughtfully writing in a book there. This can mean, something to do with writing or some kind of publishing or an ability to manifest a new life in every way. You've moved into the Akashic Records deeper. I feel like a lot of us have done so much self-work that we've raised to a higher self-awareness, and we have a better understanding, I think, of our motives and our purposes, and this is what this King of Swords is saying to me. It's the clarity that we've all needed for a long time. And so this is a time of heightened intuition, as well as greater understanding and self-creation. And so all you have to do is just add a little of your effort, a little conscious effort into writing your Akashic records, new records into the Akasha. And to get started to do that, you can write one simple thing today, a declaration of some kind about your future that you want to create, and just repeat it to yourself often. And for me, that has been, many things, but one especially is the divine thrives in my daily world. The divine thrives in my daily world. And this being clarified by love, divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. So your mind and heart, I feel like, is wide open right now, Aries, to whatever love, creativity, so many things right now. I mean, we definitely are in, we abound in the spring. Or, again, speaking from myself, this is my favorite time of year, springtime. And so I know we're into Taurus season now. But, anything can happen now. That's what that Akashic Library card means. And so many cards, just confirm that in this reading with the light of the world. And it's a beautiful reading. So I'm going to read now the Magician's Sword explanation here for this card, number 37, Confidence in Your Magic. And I love these cards. The images on these cards are so beautiful. I wish you could see it more clearly. Nothing can stop you, the beauty you seek. When the Magician's Sword appears, you are called to cut the cords that bind you to old thought forms and beliefs, or to friends who are not true. With the power of the Magician's Sword, nothing can stop you, hurt you, or turn you away from the beauty you seek or the goal you desire with all your heart. The sword is a tool, not a weapon, so make sure that you yield it wisely and for the greater good. Find the stuck places where you are kept tethered to a toxic person, a particular location, or a faulty thought or belief, and let the blade do its magic. You have a large endowment of magic available to you when you believe in miracles. But don't look to the heavens to grant you a wish. Look within. Use the Magician's Sword to cut through limiting beliefs, and remember that all beliefs are limiting, and focus your intention in order to create what you wish. You have all the tools you need for the task at hand. You only need to muster the wherewithal to deploy the resources you have. When the Magician's Sword appears, it is time to get moving. This is not a tool for contemplation, for gazing at the finely polished edge. It is an instrument calling for decisive action. And remember, the sword is alive, with a wisdom you can summon to help you find the best course of action. Do not hesitate. Act. Anything can happen now, Aries. Anything can happen now. You have the power. I hope that this reading has been helpful to you. Thank you so much again for joining me again on my channel. If you like this reading, please like and subscribe. And I will see you again next time. Love and light.